All right, so everyone was in the loop. So Republican Congressman Rich Crawford, he was replaced on the House Intel Committee by Representative Jim Jordan. Sir, very good to have you. That notion that Sondland kept pounding everyone was in the loop. You kind of dial that back by the end of the day, but what do you make of that?
Well, one of your colleagues has since tweeted from a source in the State Department that, in fact, not everybody was in the loop, because there was a statement to the effect that Secretary Pompeo was not informed of any of that. And so if I've gotten that right, if I haven't, forgive me, but that seems to be what has developed since the close of the hearing. But the fact is that there was an awful lot of presumption on the part of the ambassador. And I mean, I just don't think you can build a case on conjecture and speculation and hearsay.
All right. One of the things that Sondland kept saying, at least earlier in the day, was that he presumed the president was aware of this. But later, when directly questioned on that, said that the president was saying no quid pro quo, just leave it at that. It confused a lot of people. Obviously, Republicans seizing on the latter, Democrats on the former. So where do you think this goes?
It's tough to say, because it's really kind of, for lack of a better term, this is somewhat of a Rorschach test. I mean, if you're committed to the impeachment narrative, you're probably going to use that to support that narrative. If you're not, there's plenty of evidence to suggest that this is, again, hearsay, and even triple hearsay in some cases. And despite what some of the members on the committee would like to think, hearsay is not good enough to convict somebody. And as much as they'd like it to be, I think you've got to have more sound, fundamental evidence that is firsthand accounts. And so far, we've not heard anything firsthand.
All right. We'll go to Judge Ed Napolitano on this shortly. Sam, if you can let me know when that is. But I just want to get, Congressman, your sense of where you think all of this is going. I always step back from these sort of things, sir, and wonder, there are X number of Democrats who want to impeach the president right now. There are, just as many Republicans who are hell-bent on not going that far, that it's not necessary now. What's crucial is those who could be persuaded otherwise in either camp. So that's why I don't see the needle moving. What about you?
I agree. I don't see the needle moving in either direction in any of the areas where there might be some willingness to consider otherwise. I think the Republicans are steadfastly against this. The interesting thing is, though, that if you look back at the nature of the resolution that was passed by the Democrats to authorize these open hearings, that didn't lock them in necessarily to flat out moving articles of impeachment out of the House. I think there's going to be a little bit of a hesitation on the part of some of these Democrats, particularly in Trump districts, that say maybe we want to pump the brakes a little here and reconsider this when it comes down to actually having articles of impeachment on your voting record versus the authorizing of open hearings. That's a different animal, and so I think there's going to be a different consideration given to that.
All right, Congressman, we'll watch closely. Thank you very, very much.
You bet. Thank you.